Welcome to Fox News. I'm Norana Bozade, and today I will interview Sigmund Freud.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. So, would you mind telling us when and where were you born?
Well, I was born in Freiburg, Moravia, which you may know is pre-board Czech Republic, on May 16, 1856.
And how many books have you published in your lifetime?
Well, the first book I wrote was called Studies in Hysteria. I was actually influenced to write it by my best friend by the name of Joseph Brewer, who is also the co-author of the book. But plus that book, I've written 320 books, articles, and other essays that I'm very proud of.
Oh, interesting. That's very cool. Okay, so you have claimed that you have invented a new science of mind. Would you mind tell us about it?
Yes, well, the psychological treatment is known as psychoanalysis, and it's the method of psychotherapy that can be used for people who struggle with depression, anxiety, and just long-standing difficulties in ways that they think and feel about themselves and the world and just everything around them. I discovered that certain types of problems have the roots below the surface of conscious life. So the therapy basically treats mental disorders by investigating the interaction of the conscious and unconscious elements in the mind and brings the repressed fears to the surface.
I see. So, why were you such an advocate for cocaine?
Well, everyone goes against me for this, and I don't get why, because I really love cocaine. Basically, when my friend Ernst Fleischl-Marxo was a brilliant physiologist who unfortunately got in an accident and injured his thumb and got hooked on morphine. So I decided to put him on the stimulant of cocaine to make him get off of the morphine, which is just a huge downer. The drug gives me the ability to talk endlessly about my memories and experiences that I thought were locked away for no one to hear and judge. It also gives you an euphoric feeling, so why wouldn't you want it? And also, I've done my fair share of research with cocaine, giving it to my patients, and it helps with their depression and allows them to speak what's on their mind.
Oh, I see. Okay. Would you mind telling us about the talk therapy you came up with?
Yes, that is one of my greatest accomplishments, like I was saying. I basically have a theory that people can be cured by making the conscious their unconscious thoughts and motivations. Thus they can gain insight. The main aim of my therapy is to have patients release repressed emotions and experiences. This therapy can be used to treat depression and anxiety. I'll encourage my patients to talk freely about their systems and for them to describe what exactly is on their mind.
Thank you so much. And now we will have a commercial and we will have Nikki complete the interview.
Hi, and welcome back to Fox News. I'm Nikki Drake here with Sigmund Freud. Let's get back to the interview. So, can you explain to us the concept of the Freudian slip?
Yes. Now, the Freudian slip is an unintentional error regarded as revealing subconscious feelings. Almost invariably, I discovered a disturbing influence from something outside of the unintended speech. The disturbing element is a single unconscious thought, which comes to light through a special blender. For example, a young man I had as a patient misquoted a Latin phrase to me. It was from this book called the Aeneid, which one character cries out for vengeance. The actual line is, "Let someone arise as an avenger from my bones." But the young man said, "Let an avenger rise from my bones." And to me, there had to be a hidden meaning in that. And there's plenty of different examples of Freudian slips.
What do you think that hidden message is?
Oh, that just something was going on in his mind. Yeah, so.
Okay. So your daughter followed in your footsteps, helping you develop this psychoanalysis, or how did that go?
Yes, my daughter Anna, who I love so much. Anna developed my ideas more thoroughly and has made many contributions to the field of psychoanalysis. I look at her as the psychoanalytic, as the founder of psychoanalytic child psychology.
So your famous theory called Oedipus complex. Can you explain that to us a little bit about what that is?
Yes, the Oedipus complex is a term used in my theory of psychosexual stages of development to describe a boy's feelings of desire for his mother and jealousy and anger towards his father. Essentially, a boy feels like he is in competition with his father for possession of his mother. He views his father as a rival for his attentions and attractions. In psychoanalytic theory, the Oedipus complex refers to the child's desire for sexual involvement with the opposite parent, particularly a boy's erotic attention to his mother.
So you've had extensive theories on childhood development, but I've heard you've only had one child as a patient. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, this was a son of my friend Max Graf. The child's name was Hans. When Hans was 5 years old, he developed a phobia, refusing to leave the house because he was afraid a horse might bite him. Originally, he felt his father and himself were in competition for his mother's feelings and attention, and having to repress his anger and aggression towards his father, Hans ended up having a fear of being castrated by his own dad. In my opinion, Max slightly resembles a horse. So in order to ward off the fear of his father, we put his fear into horses. It was a way for Hans, unconscious, to manage his fear of castration.
Interesting. Was that difficult for you?
It was more interesting to me than difficult.
I see. And what are your thoughts on positivism?
On positivism, the claims are in fact delusions. We're not entirely aware of what we even think, and often for the reasons that have nothing to do with our conscious thoughts.
Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and we'll see when we get back.
Welcome back on Fox News, and now we will continue interviewing Sigmund Freud. Why do you believe that women are envious of men and wish to have a penis?
Well, I just believe that when a little girl finds out that the little boy has a penis and enjoys more sexual pleasure, she becomes very jealous. And she also fears inferior to men, and that our men are way more superior than women. So she is just very jealous and wishes to have a penis.
Interesting. You believe that young children, even infants, have unconscious sexual feelings? Can you explain that?
Yes, well, it's very simple. I believe that young boys are attracted to their mothers and young girls are attracted to their fathers.
I see. Okay. You have a heavy tobacco user causing you to have a mouth cancer. Why don't you quit?
Yes, I have become very addicted to tobacco. I smoke more than 20 a day, and despite of several warnings I've gotten from doctors about my chain smoking, I believe that my habits enhance my productivity and creativity. I will never quit smoking.
Thank you so much, Sigmund Freud. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.